Hey there, this is Wake Angel 2001 getting some in front of the camera time once again. Now, last night I posted a video which was just some silent text on the screen, and some of you guys might have been wondering, like, what the heck was up with that? Full disclosure, it was 2:30 in the morning when I made that video. My family was already asleep. I didn't want to disturb them by recording audio, so I just made a silent video. But now I'm in front of the camera and I'm talking to you. So, I just wanted to bring up that, that yesterday, like, for the first couple days, my video, the important milestone video, for the first couple days I saw huge rises in numbers. My subscriptions went up. I believe right now I'm at, actually I'm sitting right next to my computer, so let's check it out. According to the metrics right now, I have reached 9,551 subscribers. That's pretty good. And the milestone video itself has 169 likes. So, a mere 31 likes, or another 445 subscribers, and we will have... Oh, wait, was that what I said? I actually forgot the number I said for subscriptions. Yeah, another 449. Yeah, so 449 subscribers, or 39 likes, 31 likes, and you'll get a Tango figure. We'll all have a Tango figure. And so yeah, I didn't. The full disclosure, I meant to say that during my Zachary custom video, but the fact is when I was making that video I was kind of in a rush because I had to go to work afterwards and I kind of forgot to mention it. So I decided to just make a quick follow-up video, but you know, it was 2:30 in the morning. Anyway, the real reason that I'm doing this video is, like, Tangle is going to be a character in the new Sonic the Hedgehog comic book for IDW, which is going to be made by the same people that worked on the Archie comic, which is pretty awesome. But then, by complete and utter coincidence, today I received something from Archie Comics in the mail. The first issue of their new comic book series, Cosmo. Yeah, you can see right there in the credits, Flynn, Yardley, Hearns, and Norelli. So, Flynn is the writer, Yardley's the artist, Hearns is the colorist, and the lettering is by Morelli. So, yeah, people that worked on the Sonic comic are now working on a new comic for Archie. So, I figured this would be a good time to do a shout out to their new project, so that you know, we could support this and have another cool little adventure comic. Archie transferred the subscriptions I had left over from Mega Man, Sonic, Sonic Universe, and Sonic Boom into this, so I'm pretty much going to get 14 issues of this. Hopefully it lasts for 14 issues and they don't cancel it after 11 like they did with Sonic Boom. Because after reading just this first issue, it's actually pretty good. I really like it. The cover is fairly generic. It's basically just a pin-up shot showing all the cast, looking at the camera, showing off what they got. It's a nice look at the character designs. You can definitely recognize some Sonic-inspired artwork down there. You have little classic Sonic dressed in a Mega Man cosplay down there on the bottom. You have a generic Sonic-styled human character off to the left and to the far right. You have a dog, a space dog, and the girl in the green basically just looks like actually she kind of looks like an alien version of Princess Sally, if you really want to ask me. Not to mention that Cosmo himself really does look like, you know, he has the proportions of Sonic the Hedgehog. I mean, the shape of his head is a little different, but yeah, I mean, the shape of the torso, the length of the arms and legs, it's all there. I mean, I really do like these character designs, and I think they look just fine. But, you know, like, if you really do like the art style that you've seen in the Archie comic, then you're gonna like these character designs just fine. There are some alternate variant covers which they advertise in the back of the comic. You can pick these up off the website or by going to your local comic stores. I think I like the third one best because it really shows what the characters, you know, look like as, and it matches the art style from the inside of the comic. And as the others like show different art styles, and they don't
the events happening in them actually don't happen in this particular issue. But if this issue does have them facing five-eyed eldritch abominations from beyond the pale, this comic could actually be pretty darn awesome.
So yeah, the cover gets the job done. It may not be the most exciting and dramatic thing, but for a first issue, it catches your attention and shows off what you're going to be pretty much getting inside. So, yeah.
The comic proper begins with Max Strongjaw, who would be our Flash Gordon protagonist if this was that kind of comic. Basically, his ship is dead in space, and he has nothing to look forward to but a slow death in the cold infinity, when he is abducted by an alien spaceship. Once he's aboard, he climbs out, wondering what awaits him, and then when he hears noise, he quickly beats feet.
Okay, I know that looks like it's a little bit cowardly, but if you found yourself about to die in the cold, unfeeling vacuum of space, only to be abducted by aliens, how exactly would you react? This isn't cowardice; it's prudence, and really don't want. It's really best if you don't confuse the two things. I don't want to go on my whole Antoine de Couillet spiel all over again.
And then we are given our first proper introduction to the full cast, including Dr. Medulla on the left, followed by Orby, Cosmo himself, the space dog Jojo, and Astra, the girl, who I believe is also the ship's pilot, or maybe she's the captain of the vessel, but she's definitely the pilot, from what I see later on. They try to offer a friendly greeting, only to find that their new charge has run away. So they split up to try and prepare a proper welcome wagon so they can make their new guest not feel so scared that he'd run away from them. An offering of juice boxes and crackers are prepared, although Orby ate all the crackers and tried to blame it on Jojo. And then when they find out that the human had cornered himself in the ship's showers, they try to go see if they can calm him down, only to find that there's actually quite a bit of a thing that's happened in there.
I don't want to spoil what the confrontation is after this, but it's kind of a funny sight gag. But, since it's a funny sight gag, and I actually want you guys to read this comic, I don't think I should spoil everything in it.
Once they finally convince Max that he's not going to be eaten or dissected, proper introductions are made and everybody finally gets along. What follows is a quick tour of the ship, followed by Max saying that he really should be heading home to report his findings. After all, he did just technically discover alien life. But they say that his ship is too badly damaged and they don't have any spare parts, so he won't be able to get home under his own power. However, they do have a mission that's going to take them right by Earth, so once they finish it, they'll drop him off at home. I'm asking if he needs to clarify this with any of their superiors before, they just kind of encountered alien life for themselves for the first time. They said that they don't really have superiors, so they just can basically do what they want, which Max finds pretty cool.
So, they're basically a private company that gets to operate in space without having to deal with all the red tape of government oversight? I wonder what this is trying to say about the current state of our space program.
The ship arrives at the moon, where they are responding to a distress call, and Dr. Medulla offers a compliment to humanity for managing to achieve it with primitive chemical rockets, although she then immediately comments on how they somehow managed to miss the giant amusement park that the Martians had built there.
Ah, a domed amusement park on the moon! So maybe this is actually a really roundabout way of making the Futurama adaptation.
Unable to completely pinpoint the source of the distress signal, they decide that they need to make a landing party. So they invite Max along on the mission. He gladly volunteers to go with them on the UFO. Asking why he keeps on deciding to spell out UFO instead of just pronouncing it UFO, he's invited to go on to the TUFO vessel. Yeah, it's the UFO, not the UFO.
Yeah, I pretty much just put that in because I kind of like the wordplay. I mean, when I was reading the comic, I was reading it UFO until this page told us to start saying it phonetically. And then, and since the second ship is called a TUFO, does that mean that they have a 3FO and a 4FO on board? Or is it a quadfo?
Disembarking from the Tufo, we get a little bit of interaction between the cast as Astra mentions how the place looks kind of creepy, and Cosmo ribs her a little bit by implying that it might be haunted by specters, because ghosts on the moon would be called specters. And then the group, of course, decides to split up and search around.
Wait a minute. An abandoned amusement park that might be haunted? Generically handsome male lead, nerdy girl, pretty girl, and guy with dog. This is Scooby-Doo in space! Wait, I think that Scooby-Doo already did Scooby-Doo in space. Martians playing Scooby-Doo in space! Then again, like, the Scooby-Doo formula has been successful for such a long time, why not homage it, huh?
With Medulla and Orby going off to do the Shaggy and Velma thing where they can be caught by some horrible space monster, the Astra and Cosmo, along with Max, find their way to the home office where the guy that apparently was maintaining the park. I mean, it's been established that the park is closed and abandoned, so I don't know what this guy's deal was, but he's terrified. And when he finds out that the doors were blown open by these guys who supposedly came to help them, it's revealed that the reason the distress call was sent out was because of some horrible space monsters. Weird things that have like 3 limbs and really... Actually, they kind of look like the Curator guy, except that they have monster faces instead of mustaches. Like, what is this? Mutant Pac-Man? What the heck are these things? Anyway, this is where the comic leaves us off, with a cliffhanger of a whole bunch of space monsters attacking our heroes. Will they escape? Will they be able to fend off this threat? We gotta find out next month.
I kind of love how Max is holding up Astra, but his hands seem to be barely touching her. Almost like he's doing the Comic-Con hover hand thing. Then again, it could just be that on the moon, the gravity is only 1/6 of Earth, so it's really easy to hold someone up while you're barely touching them. Anyway, this comic is actually really good. It leaves us off with the Attack of the Killer Crunchberries cliffhanger, which leaves me kind of excited to see what happens next. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird that Archie Comics just started randomly sending this to me without even asking if I was interested or not, but yeah, I mean, it basically does everything that the comics that I like them made. Like, if you were a fan of any of Flynn's previous works, like when we worked on the Mega Man or the Sonic comic, like, you basically know that their wheelhouse is action comedy. So if you're kind of into action comedy with cute characters like this, then yeah, this is something that I would actually really recommend. I don't think I'm going to be doing like monthly reviews, but if you're interested in my opinions on Cosmo in the future, let me know. Maybe I'll at least do some vlogs about it. After all, I need something to fill in the time while we wait for the next season of Sonic Boom, right? Okay, so with all that said, I'm going to be putting this away, and this will be Wake Angel 2001 signing off. Oh, and remember, if you want to see that Tango figure, go back to that milestone video and like it. If it reaches 200, I'll make her.